Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're going to be looking at our previews catalog. It's been a while since we've done one, so just basically timing of when I would physically get them was never good recently. But this just came out about 3 days ago, so we're going to look at this, and then we have the two other ones that come with it, the Marvels one and the DC one. We're actually going to start with the Marvels one. And also, too, before we get started, I want to remind everyone that we have coming up our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We're giving away ENIAC #1 first printing and a signed X-Men Legends by Walt and Louise Simonson right there. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell, because we will be doing a live poll whenever we announce the winner for it and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, help the channel to continue to grow. Let's keep climbing here, and so let's get relaxed here and look at the Hulk's one here, the Marvel one. So a lot of big things right out of the gate. We see the Donny Cates Hulk, and this was shown off with the Free Comic Book Day stuff here. And actually, these images weren't here. I know I would have remembered him fighting the Hulk Buster there. So it's going to be more action-packed for sure. The end of the Free Comic Book Day thing, he was going back into space. So it looks like it's going to start off with a 6-part arc there. And Venom is being launched again after, Cates' legendary run on there. And I'm not sure of the writer here. It says Ram V. I don't know who that is. But Brian Hitch is doing the art inside. There's some of his roughs here. And his stuff is usually more realistic looking, so that'll be kind of interesting to see how that works with Venom. And it looks like Thing's getting his own mini-series here. Looks kind of good. Artwork lends a bit more of a classic style. Hawkeye Kate Bishop is back once again as a miniseries as well. Spider-Man going strong here. So it's got the tagline here, Beyond. I'm not sure really what that's going to mean. I know that Ben Reilly is supposed to be the Spider-Man running at this time. I don't know what happens to Peter here. But something serious, I would imagine, if Ben Reilly has to take over. We see Kraven back in the fold there. Avengers hits 750. That's the legacy number anyway. The normal number's 50, I guess. And here's some art from it. I don't know really what it's going to be about. It looked like maybe Dark Avengers from another timeline or something like that. Oh, this is cool. It looks like Captain America and Iron Man are going to be sharing a book again for a little while, kind of like when he was before with Tales of Suspense, before they launched him in Captain America #100 as a standalone book. So, looks like they're taking on Hydra here when I'm scanning that description. Black Cat continuing to do her thing. Death of Doctor Strange, so that's weird too. So it looks like Doctor Strange is going to be out of the picture for a little while. And then we got Inferno going on. This is an X-Men related event here that Hickman is writing. And I think he's going to be totally off of X-Men after Inferno, so that's what I've read anyway. So then we got Nimrod back in the picture, so things are always tense when he's involved. So We get the Voices Project, another indigenous peoples one for 2021. So that'll be interesting. I've got all the covers for the previous one they did. Well, they kind of spread them out. But I know that they had the talent focused on that book too. Phoenix Song, I'm not really sure what that one's about. Darkhold, I'm not sure either. I think this is like evil, corrupted versions of the heroes. Black Panther's got another mini series going here, and then a brand new restart. This is lovely Alex Ross cover here. I think it looks great. John Ridley is writing it. So I think that'll be good. He's won an Academy Award. So, but I think if I remember, I haven't been reading Black Panther. Previously, they were in space for a period, so this might bring it back down to a more ground level, no pun intended. Kang the Conqueror, I saw the cover for number 1 and it looked really good just looking at that cover, so I'm kind of curious about the series there. Not sure what Moon Knight is. I guess those are chains. I wasn't sure if that was like a giant brain. And then Eternals is still going strong here. Assad Ribic is doing the art still. This is his art here. He does really good things. Like I love his style. And I know recently they're talking about kind of like something to do with Thanos, like rising to power in this one. I think a little bit of a previews thing, maybe an origin. I'm scanning the description and I don't see. Let's see. So it's basically how Thanos rose to power, I guess, because it says take the throne. Marvels, this is going to be collected soon, I think, and once it is, I'm going to get it. It's basically like a who's who of Marvel's top talent. Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood is wrapping up. Looks like there's an X-Force anniversary coming out with a ton of covers here by Liefeld. And let's see, I'm looking at the interior talent. I think it might be all. Yeah, so he's doing the interiors too, it looks like. And then Trial of Magneto, I think it's pertaining to the death of the Scarlet Witch. I haven't read the start of it yet, so I don't know. You see lots of X-Men books here. And they're doing a Fantastic Four tribute. I think this is going to be like a collection like they did previously based upon all this here, where they recreate the first issue and maybe a couple other standout moments redrawn by some of the more prominent recent artists. So I'll probably buy it. And Shang-Chi number 6. This movie's coming out here soon. So if you're into that, you might be interested in the book. Though I'm sure the book is not much like the movie, so that's a tradition almost here now with Marvel. Looks like Daredevil's back and fighting alongside of the Elektra version of him. It says final issue here too, so they're probably gonna do a series reboot, I would imagine. New story arc with aliens, but Salvador Larroca is continuing the interiors, which is good because that was a concern of mine. I think a big selling point of that book is the artwork, so. And all the Star Wars books here. Truthfully, I'd love to pick these up, but you know, there's just such a big rabbit hole with those two that that'd be at least another few books to pick up, and it's just you can't do that all the time, unfortunately. It's a collection of Doctor Doom stories. That looks fun. There's the Jason Aaron omnibus for Thor. I loved, I think, the first 19 or so issues of his run. That was when they showed off like the God Butcher and all that sort of stuff, which is he's gonna be the main villain in the new Thor movie coming out. So I do recommend that first arc, or first couple arcs technically, but it was really good stuff. And Assad was doing the interiors. And then I think this is showing off more of the trades here. Yeah. Another volume of the reprinted original Fantastic Four. Alright, there's that one. I'm excited that DC is back to putting out physical little catalogs like this. I think they've put out a couple now. So, but for a while they weren't, and as you guys know, I'm a huge DC person, so I'm excited to have this back and included in the videos because I'm super passionate about DC stuff. So, right out the gate, we see the Black Label stuff here. It's a Batman story called The Imposter. He looks like a more grounded, dark take on the character. I'm not sure of the storyline. And then there's a brand new miniseries by Jock here, a 3-parter. And this is showing some of the art from that. Fear State's continuing on here, which, yeah, this is going to have 1.5 million tie-ins. I'm probably not going to read all of the tie-ins, but I'm going to read, you know, the main thing and then probably a few other characters, but I don't know why they feel the need to have so many. It's good to have stuff to read, but there comes to a point of like, you know, just comprehending, you know. This is the Robins. This is a mini-series 6-parter featuring all the Robins. This one excites me a lot by Dustin Wynn here, with Jeff Lemire writing it. I think this is about like the early days of Batman and Robin, and this is going to be a 3-part book too. And it, let's see, it looks great. I just don't know, the plot obviously. But yeah, this is about the early days of Robin. So, and we have a nice Lee Bermejo cover there on the Gotham City Villains comic there. And look at this. There's going to be a story written by Danny DeVito, I would assume, about the Penguin in there. So that'll be fun. Or random kind of alternate project here, Dark Knight Steel. So this takes place during like a medieval time. This is going to be a 12-part miniseries. I will probably not be picking that up, but it does look interesting. But that's a full year commitment for, I think each issue's even a little more. No, it says $3.99 or $4 if you get the cardstock covers, which I always do. This might be a relaunch. No, this is a mini-series, 8-part mini-series here about Wonder Woman. Here's a random holiday special. I think it's interesting here on the cover they chose to go with Christopher Reeve look for Superman here, but he's got some gray or some white on the sides of his hair. So it'll be interesting to see what that's all about. And then we have the Batman Annual. Looks like the Ghostmaker miniseries, or, just kind of offshoot story in the recent Batman books is going to be concluded in this book. And we have the Joker Annual #1. And this is continuing on. So this is kind of like an early days story here with the Commissioner, I think, encountering Joker for the first time, maybe. And let's see, art, yeah, so it's going to be Frank Avella is doing the interiors as well. So it's going to have kind of a year one feel to it. Detective Comics Annual here. So it looks like this has a prelude to the coming arc in Detective Comics, I would believe. Robin Annual, same type of stuff here. I think just kind of touching base on the current series. Yeah, Kal-El doing his thing. Oh, Son of Kal-El, I'm sorry. So this might be his first encounter with Lex, maybe, I'm not sure. And this looks like Parasite here almost. So I'm not sure. And here's a nice box set collection here. Kind of getting things ready for the movie there a little bit. I want to look and see exactly which. Okay, it's got Ego in there, Year One, and Long Halloween. I thought there were a few other different stories that had inspiration for the movie in there, but I don't know. I guess I was wrong or something. This is the Orshak collection. The series is almost wrapped. There's only one more issue to it ongoing right now. And then these are just, I guess, the other books that they don't really want to promote too well, which that's kind of crazy because we've got Reptilian is in here still going. Which issue is that? Okay, so that's the conclusion to Reptilian. Action Comics is in here. Looks like the fight with Mongol. Oh, I was looking at the bottom and not the top for Batman number 4. So this is what Robin looks like. In there. And it's one of the Wayans brothers. Can't remember which one, but so yeah, they've run out of room to even give these half pages to promote. That's kind of crazy. I mean, this is a lot of books though, too. Surprised that there's this many more books for them to market here. I think all of their mini-series has kind of caught up to them, maybe. That's Superman 78, the Christopher Reeve Superman. I think it's just a 6-part mini-series. I think part 1 is going to be on soon. And then these are the trades here. Yeah, there's the red, white, blue collection there, which I do plan on getting that. Alright. So now we move on to the phone book here. Not sure how verbose I'll be during this. This is a lot more scattershot. The Marvel and DC stuff is, as you guys know, where most of my attention goes. So this will be a lot more of these nice traditional paper sounds in this part of the video. I'm so surprised the ink blot's still going, and then it says it's going to be a new arc at 13. I can tell you honestly, I was not prepared for that to be continued on like that. Darkness Volume 2 is coming. I think it's on Kickstarter, or was on Kickstarter first. You all know I did a video on the first volume, got mailed to me. Gunslinger Spawn number 2. So Brett Booth will be doing the artwork for Gunslinger Spawn. That'll be good. And then we have King Spawn. Javier Fernandez is going to be doing the interiors. So yeah, another strong artist. And then too, we've got Jason Sean Alexander doing the cover there. This is normal Spawn here. there's gonna be a new Hellboy miniseries here. At this point, I'm not sure if they've even released even more stories that they could collect into another trade. I've got all of like the chronological stuff and all the short stories. So, of course, if my stories aren't complete, I've naturally got to go hunt down whatever the next volume is. So many Art of books. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I know Dark Horse, like they print anything and everything for art books. A lot of the video game ones, which I love to get. For better or worse, I think I saw like a trade version of this a while back, so I don't know if this is every strip. Oh, okay, yeah, it says volume 6. I was about to say, there's no way the whole thing's contained in 536 pages. That was a big strip growing up. I always appreciated that, everyone aged in this strip, so you got to see all the kids grow older and the parents get older and become grandparents and all that sort of stuff. I just realized it looks like there's quite a few Transformers things coming, and I just noticed this King Grimlock here. This cover looks really cool. So they've piqued my interest. And we have the Dynamite section. Which I'm not really too well versed in. You got the boys, looks like omnibus collections here. If you're watching the show, you might enjoy that. Army of Darkness, 1979. So it looks like there's a new miniseries here. Reading the Tom Garcia is the artist. These covers look great. Wonder what the interiors look like though. I feel like a lot of the stuff featured here probably has just started now. I see a lot of number 3s and 4s. Oswald's body. My middle name is Oswald, so nice Power Rangers cover here. So this is a 6-part miniseries. I saw this little Mario next to all these Sonic figures. I was like, why is he here? And then I saw the play set. So this looks like more of the anniversary wave, but I think we've already got a few of these, like the Shadow, I thought. No, I have the Super Shadow, I think. Trying to get all those anniversary Sonic figures. That's a cool looking cover there. Miskatonic. It's a one shot, $7. This isn't a publisher I'm familiar with, Aftershock. The Goon. I know a reviewer recently talked up Eric Powell's work. I've got to check out his art book. My viewer asked me to check out his art book. And I'll probably do a video at a later time once I get it in hand. And then here's a paperback version of that book I showed off too that had a Kickstarter a while back. Collecting all of the early Michael Turner stuff. Yeah, go check out those old videos and playlists. I think both of those I mentioned are under the show and tell. I think that's my most popular playlist. So yeah, Jeff Smith has a new series here, Tukey, coming out. It's actually 2 books here. He recently did a campaign with him, so those will be coming out soon. So keep your eyes peeled for those. It looks like there's going to be more too. It says 1 of 6. I thought it was just going to be the 2 volumes, so that's kind of a surprise too. The Max wall calendar. They need to make an omnibus with that. I'd love to read all the Max stuff. I never have. I've just seen bits of it. I would just like to read his focus story. The Batman one was a little odd, the meetup one they did. I would just like to read about the Max. Oh, so this is doing the dynamic forces thing here. So always check your dynamic forces. This is where you find things like these signed books with the certificates and the little hologram on them. So anything here comes in that presentation there. So you can get stuff that's graded, and then stuff signed, all sorts of things. So I've never gotten a graded thing. I'm not sure if it's slabbed. I would imagine it would be though if it's graded. So, but yeah, because it's got all these like a guaranteed higher grades for stuff here, CGC graded. All this sort of stuff here. Nothing's signed on that part, I don't think. Yeah, so here's a James Tynion signed Batman going for 60 or 90, depending if it's your first pre-order of a Dynamic Forces item. I think it depends on the shop too. But looking for more signs. So this one's signed by Matt Rosenberg, 50. Another Tynion there, 59, 60. Tom King, signed Human Target number 1. Looks like that's 60. King Shark, signed by Tim Seeley for 30. Philip Kennedy Johnson on Action Comics. That's going for, looks like 38 or 50 depending. Is that Fortnite one shot coming out, signed by Snyder for 50. And it says MSRP 90, so I don't know, your shop might charge around 90. And then Capullo signed on there, 50 to 90. Christos Gage, same thing, 40, 50. And Booster Gold signed by Jurgens, blue and gold. This is number 4, so 39 or 49. And then these are all just graded ones here too. Doctor Who comics here, Blade Runner. Horizon. Oh, so this is a collection here. I might get that. My wife really likes Horizon. Looks like this is a pack of the covers here. I think that's a Peach Momoko. Yeah, right there, Peach Momoko cover. Yeah, she's actually beaten the game, and now she's playing it on like New Game Plus mode, so she really likes it. Vault Comics, this is another company I'm unfamiliar with. Got a Street Fighter art book there. Lots of manga. JoJo. Here's the Assassin's Creed manga that was being showcased. I need to pick some of that up for sure. Here's some shirts. And then we gotta flip it over. I love this moment from The Simpsons here. I'll probably get this pop. So the chase glows in the dark, and it's this green color, and then the normal glows in the dark too, but it's not green like that. Yeah, all sorts of great items in this month's toy section here for sure. McFarlane line continuing here. Which I heard he's actually going to restart the, or continue the DC collectibles stuff too, so a lot of that'll get reissued with a McFarlane logo on the bottom of it, I would imagine. So that'll be good because I never got the new Batman animated stuff that I had pre-ordered. This is right around the initial COVID outbreak. And we have all the pops here. Demon Slayer. Dragon Ball, of course. Gundam. Trying to rewatch Gundam Wing. Relive the days of Toonami when I was a teenager. It's on a Hulu currently, the English dub. Sure you have the Japanese as too as well. So we actually have the other services too, Crunchyroll and Verve and Funimation, and none of them have that series. I was surprised. They have some of the movies, I think, but not Gundam Wing specifically. Alright, well that's going to do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Help us get to that 2,000 so we can do this giveaway. It's Walt Louise Simonson signed X-Men Legends with the ENIAC #1 first printing. As always, you all have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.